Paris, a city that remembers everything. Its stones carry revolutions, love stories, and silent tragedies. But deep within its heart lies a world where all of humanity is captured, frozen in time. A palace once built for kings, now devoted to ideas, dreams, and beauty. Welcome to the Louvre Museum. Today we walk through its endless corridors to discover 10 masterpieces you must not miss. Here, art is more than art. It is a memory of civilization, of belief, of desire. Let's begin. 1. Mona Lisa. Perhaps the most famous face in the world, and yet the most private. Painted by Leonardo da Vinci, the Mona Lisa draws millions each year. Not because she is loud, but because she whispers. Her eyes follow you. Her smile shifts with your mood, amused, sad, distant, present. Da Vinci used sfumato, a soft, smoky transition of tones, creating a realism that breathes. But Mona Lisa is more than technique. She is a psychological mirror, a study of humanity. Some say she is Lisa del Giocondo. Some say she is Leonardo himself. Whoever she is, standing before her is like standing in front of a quiet truth you can't quite explain. 2. Venus de Milo. The goddess of love and beauty, yet the most striking thing about her is what's missing. Her arms. The sculpture is attributed to Alexandros of Antioch, though this remains subject to debate. Discovered on the Greek island of Milos, Venus de Milo represents Aphrodite, the embodiment of ideal beauty. Her posture, a gentle S-curve, balances strength and vulnerability. Her missing limbs invite us to imagine their gesture. Was she holding a mirror, a garment, a prize? The answer is lost, but perhaps that absence is her true perfection. She is complete because she is incomplete. 3. Winged Victory of Samothrace. At the top of a grand staircase, a goddess seems to land upon the prow of a ship. Wings wide, clothing whipped by ocean wind, this marble figure embodies triumphant motion. Created to honor Nike, the goddess of victory, she once stood above a fountain with real water rushing beneath her, a theater of power. Look at the folds of her dress, how they cling to the body beneath. She is strong, fierce, a moment frozen in eternity. You don't just see the sculpture, you feel it. 4. Liberty leading the people. In this vast oil painting, liberty is not an abstract idea. She is a woman, barefoot yet unstoppable, raising the French tricolor while stepping over the fallen. Painted by Delacroix to commemorate the French Revolution of 1830, she leads people of every class, workers, students, children, toward freedom. Smoke, chaos, broken bodies, yet hope burns at the center. Delacroix once said, "If I haven't fought for my country, at least I'll paint for her." And he did. 5. The Raft of the Medusa, a storm-torn sea, a desperate mass of men clinging to a raft, some dying, some dead, some waving frantically at a distant ship. Painted by Théodore Géricault, this work is not mythology, it is journalism. It depicts a real tragedy. A French ship wrecked due to political incompetence. Only a handful survived, descending into starvation, madness, and cannibalism. Géricault interviewed survivors, studied corpses, and staged bodies in his studio to capture the truth. This painting is both breathtaking and disturbing. It shows how thin the line is between civilization and chaos. 6. The Coronation of Napoleon. At nearly 10 meters wide, this painting by Jacques-Louis David is not just art, it is propaganda. Here Napoleon crowns himself emperor, the Pope is present but passive. The entire composition serves one purpose, to legitimize power. But look closely. David paints every figure with precision, transforming politics into theater. The message is clear. France has a new king, and he crowned himself. 7. The Wedding at Cana. Massive, colorful, overflowing with life. Veronese's masterpiece depicts the biblical wedding where Christ turns water into wine. Yet the scene feels more like Venice than ancient Judea. Music, silk garments, dogs, parrots, musicians, luxury everywhere. What's miraculous is not only the wine, but how Veronese composes chaos into harmony. More than 130 figures appear here, each one alive, and opposite this painting hangs the Mona Lisa, a perfect contrast between intimacy and spectacle. 8. Psyche revived by Cupid's kiss. White marble, soft as breath. Canova, master of neoclassical sculpture, captures a moment from Roman myth. Psyche has fainted. Cupid awakens her with a kiss. Their bodies form a perfect spiral. Arms reaching, wings open, embrace eternal. Though carved from stone, it feels warm, alive. It is the art of tenderness. This sculpture is less about gods and more about us, how love revives us when all seems lost. 9. Seated scribe. Among the grand kings and gods of Egypt, this figure is simply a man, bare-chested, cross-legged, holding a papyrus scroll. His eyes, inlaid with quartz and rock crystal, stare back with uncanny realism. We do not know his name, but his presence is powerful. He reminds us that civilization is built not only by kings, but by those who write, record, and remember. A humble figure with a gaze that spans 4,000 years. 10. The Code of Hammurabi, one of the earliest written legal codes on Earth. At the top, Hammurabi receives authority from Shamash, the sun god. Below, nearly 300 laws are carved, governing justice, trade, property, family, punishment. It is not merely a stone. It is a civilization speaking. Standing before it, you realize how old the idea of society truly is, how justice itself is ancient. The Louvre is not just a museum. It is a living memory of faces once loved, battles once fought, dreams once believed. From Greek goddesses to Babylonian kings, from Renaissance geniuses to revolutionary fire, these works show us who we were and who we might become. Because art does not age, it waits. If you ever walk these halls, don't rush. The walls are watching, and they remember. Thank you for traveling through time with me. See you in the next city. Another story, another heartbeat.